Out the pride of African football, Nigeria taking on Ivory Coast in the finals of AFCON 2023, happening in 2024 in Ivory Coast. We want to get into that conversation this afternoon, and two teams with a totally different playing style, different trajectory in this tournament. One has the best defense that we've seen in the tournament, while the other has rode its luck into the final. That is what we want to talk about this evening with this afternoon with Cedric Msuba and Rogers Eshtemi. And I want us to begin with Ivory Coast. Eshtemi, did you see the Elephants getting into where they are when this tournament began?
Even before the first whistle was blown, they were considered as favorites. Unfortunately, they never went into that match with a lot of confidence. They expected they had underrated their first opponent, that's Equatorial Guinea. And they were given a shock of the tournament. That was historic because Ivory have never lost with such a big margin in Africa Cup of Nations. So for them, that was like, they need to know exactly where to do it. Unfortunately, after that, they had to lose again to Nigeria. So it was like over for them. But that mental strength, that character had to be brought in, courtesy of Faye, who had to replace Gosset after he was sacked. And it has been a roller coaster since then, because most of the matches, you understand, they have been winning them into the extra time. And with a team with such mental character and the players, the quality they have who play their trade abroad, you know, they always become dangerous as the tournament progresses. And I remember I had to discuss with some of my colleagues some time back how this Ivory Coast is going to be, because them and Cameroon, how their part to the knockout stage was really tedious, and it's so really difficult, but they managed to come through. And Ivory Coast have been using that mental strength, character, and also the home support to push them to the next level. And here it is, they have to write history, or rather have one of the best storytelling teams in the continent, because with the players they have, it's anything for them to lose. But I feel Faye is the man who needs more credit, because without his ability to try to give confidence to this player, bring the unity in the team, because prior to this, they had already disoriented, because most of the players felt they need more playing time, but they were not given. I remember the photo that was taken for the Oriesaje photo that was taken after, I think they had lost to, was it Nigeria or something sort? He had given up, and he has not played the matches. So after the exit of the French coach, they brought in Faye. Faye has changed everything, and I believe from here, I think they need it more into this final compared to Nigeria, because the likes of Fofana, the like of Kaisi, Adingra, Dekate, all those have tried to show that indeed we can do this together as a team, and their goalkeeper Fofana has also been superb throughout the tournament. So it's going to be another thrilling final, though with a low-scoring approach.
Well, Cedric, this path of the Elephants has been compared to Portugal when they won Euro in 2016. They finished third in their group. From there, they gradually picked up and went on to win. Do you feel like probably luck will run out tonight?
They need actually to be on top of their mental assets to ensure that actually they are firm on their ground. Because remember, they are not in this final against Somali, neither are they playing Kenya. They're in this final against a force that is not here only to win, but to inch some ink onto different kind of history. Remember, they're actually edging into 5 trophies, if I'm not
four. Nigeria, fourth?
Yeah, 4, yes. If I'm not wrong.
And 3.
They are actually trying to, gain the strides towards the likes of Cameroon and Egypt. And here, this only final that can determine them to be at that particular point. And also, given the kind of player that Ivory Coast is going to face into this Nigeria, is no longer the same kind of the mentality aspect of the player the Ivory Coast has been faced. Remember, they faced, some argument can say, pundits they actually argue out that they faced Senegal, but they never faced Senegal at the final stage.
Yes.
This is the final, and they're at home. All that panic that has really been growing into the Ivory Coast team, that has even made them suck in 4 goals. Here now is the stage. If they have whipped their tears, if not whipped their tears, they're gonna even whip them more. Today, if they cannot really assemble themselves, come firm and face Nigeria like this is their last match for them on this continent. Remember, we are talking of a solid defense.
Yes.
That it has been hard for team to crack, and that is Nigeria. And we are also talking of a Nigeria that has been so firm to an essence that the first 11 of Nigeria since the tournament started, they have only changed one player, and that has been Bright Osai, who came in for Seydou Sanusi,
Yes.
Based upon the injury he got in a round of 16, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
But Ivory Coast has been disintegrated to the essence that you can't really tell Ivory Coast first 11. I tell you, even me, it has been so difficult. Today, you are seeing the likes of Diamonde in. Tomorrow, you will see Kasonu playing. The other day, you are seeing Sayorie playing for fullback 2. The other match, you will see Sengo playing for them. You can see Adingra coming in. Sometimes Adingra is warming the bench. Yes. Sebastian Haller comes in, is off the other. Yeah, it's an Ivory Coast that has not identified their first 11. We saw Crasso coming in, scoring the goal. The following match, Crasso is on the bench. So, these Ivory Coast, they need to be so prepared that they will be facing a force that has already forecast their mental strength and is ready to go up the way to win this particular tournament. Them playing at home is what has really pushed them. And I say that they have been grinding points on a slippery ground. To an essence that, as you say, luck has also been whipping. Remember, in a game of tournament, it's all about game management and luck. You manage your game, you don't consider and maybe pray for luck to hit one goal and move on. It has been hitting one goal, and even on penalties, maybe penalties are rotary, and it has been working for them. But Nigeria, I tell you for free, they were here for it. And we could see them playing with a solid kind of strength, pushing all their fullback, as in wing back, into midfield to support their midfield. And they have utility players on their flanks who can as well as surge up front and bring in the support that is needed to attack, and fall back to bring in the defense that is needed to defend. And that I'm talking about the likes of Ola Aina. And if Seydou Sanusi will be playing in their left, Bessie will be playing from the flank, and Seydou Sanusi, they can help each other. Their front three, which are anchored by Truce Ekong, has really worked for them. Not forgetting the likes of their workmanship from the Victor Osimhen.
Yes.
Though he's not put so many goals on his cards.
Yes.
He's only, I think, on one goal, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
But he has been a workforce up front. He has actually trying to torment the defense, creating the space that is needed for the likes of Lukman to run in, the likes of Iwobi to run in, the likes of Simon Moses to run in, and bring those dangerous crosses. Remember, if you have a player who can hold on ball,
yes,
you create more spaces for your players to run in and create that
yes,
danger.
We'll be coming into that, because I know you guys are itching to break down each team before the final.
I just want
to
to defer one of his points, where
Yes.
he said maybe that Ivory, of course, have been riding on luck. Yeah, it is true. In football, sometimes you have to ride on luck for you to go through. And also you have to give them credit, because they have been tested so far in this tournament. Nigeria haven't been tested. Why am I saying this? Yeah, they have been sinking in goals.
But these are two teams that play together. They were in the same group.
And also they had
Yes.
lost to Nigeria in their group match.
Yes.
So this game, for me, I feel they are more hungry than Nigeria. And also look at the team that they have beaten. They have beaten Senegal, and then they came to whip away one of the meanest team with the meanest defense. That is Mali. Again, Mali was
But
difficult.
Nigeria also beat Cameroon.
Mali, we are talking about Mali. This is
If you talk about them beating Senegal, Nigeria also
but
beat
Cameroon were just
And
a fell shadow of them.
Nigeria has been consistent in their first 11 throughout the tournament.
Same.
Unlike Ivory Coast, who has had no solid first 11.
And that's why I'm saying it's a dangerous team, because as a coach, I'm so pleased to have a team that I'm struggling to have my first 11 at this particular moment. I'll give the opposition a headache. He doesn't know what tactics I'm going to
You
use.
made it at final.
Even today,
I think
because
that you struggle to have your
right now,
Gentlemen,
some of the key players like Sebastian Haller
will continue.
started this tournament actually at the semi-final. His first match was the semi-final. Same to Adingra. So
Yes,
these
so
are
we'll
the key
continue,
players.
we'll continue this conversation. I want us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be delving deep into the players that we expect to make a difference for Ivory Coast, as well as the players that we expect to make a difference for the Super Eagles in the finals tonight. That will be after the break.